Good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Alexander. I'm one of the Office of Emergency Management Coordinators with SAC OEM. I'm really excited to be with you all this evening to discuss the importance of emergency management and proactive planning, efficient coordination, and robust communication during times of crisis. So emergency management is not just about reacting to disasters, but it's also about building resilient communities, fostering collaboration, and ensuring that we're well prepared to face adversity head on. So without further ado, let's jump into the exploration of emergency management, and we'll learn more about who we are and what we do within the city of Sacramento. Okay, so as mentioned, my name is Emily Alexander. I recently joined the OEM team back in December, so I'm fairly new in my role. And I joined right in the middle of the December-January storms, so it was a very fast and furious start to the department. As Tara mentioned, I came from the convention center. That's really where my background came from. So joining the OEM team, it was pretty much a new language, learning everything. It's a completely new world, but it was very exciting. Part of our team is also Richard Axtell. He comes from FEMA, so with that, he brings just really extensive knowledge and super valuable information to the team. And then Daniel Bowers is the director. He has been in the military. He's still in the reserves with the Marine Corps. He has a really extensive background in emergency management, so I really am lucky to have such a strong core team to really learn from and grow with. Okay, so emergency management at its core really is the systematic process of preparing for, responding to, and recovering from emergencies or disasters with the goal of protecting lives, property, and the environment. It's essential for protecting communities because it provides a framework for managing incidents that enables a coordinated, effective, and efficient response resulting in the mitigation of the impact of emergencies, reduction of risk to public safety, and the recovery of communities. So there is a framework for emergency management that really helps to ensure a coordinated and effective response to incidents at all levels of government, one of them being NIMS, which is the National Incident Management System, and the other being SEMS, the Standard Emergency Management System. So NIMS is really important in emergency management because it provides a standardized approach to incident management that facilitates coordination, communication between agencies and jurisdictions during an emergency, resulting in a more efficient and effective response to incidents of all sizes and types. By following NIMS, our city can ensure a comprehensive and integrated approach to emergency management, which enhances the safety and security of the public, responders, and communities. And storms and their impacts come in all sizes and types, but being NIMS and SEMS compliant is important, especially for a city agency to receive federal funding after a disaster. The federal funding for disaster response and recovery is tied to compliance with NIMS and SEMS. Agencies that are NIMS and SEMS compliant have demonstrated their ability to effectively manage incidents and coordinate response efforts. So this ultimately will ensure the eligibility for federal funding in the aftermath of a disaster. And the City of Sacramento has also developed an all-hazard mitigation plan, which is a comprehensive approach to hazard mitigation that identifies potential risks and vulnerabilities of a community to natural and man-made hazards. This plan outlines strategies and actions to reduce or eliminate those risks, improve community resilience, and prioritize funding for hazard mitigation projects. So by having an all-hazard mitigation plan in place, communities can reduce the impact of disasters, protect lives and property, and ensure that critical services are restored as quickly as possible. And our team, the OEM team, has 3 different levels of activation. The first being duty officer status, in which one of the 3 of us is on call 24/7 to respond to and provide support in the event of an emergency or incident occurring. I'm currently the duty officer, so just waiting for my call. The second is a crisis action team that coordinates the response to an emergency or crisis and is made up of key personnel from different departments or functional areas. This was recently activated during the severe winter storms in December and January. So the team's responsibilities include assessing the situation, developing a response plan, and executing the plan while maintaining clear communication within the city, as well as with external stakeholders. And then the third level of activation is the EOC, or Emergency Operations Center. And that serves as a centralized coordination and communication hub for managing emergency response activities. This is generally activated for larger scale emergencies and enhances coordination efforts within the city. And oftentimes you see emergency operations centers being activated in larger states. There is a large EOC center with Cal OES that's here just off of Mather. But you see that generally, or at least when I think of EOCs, you really think of the South when there's big hurricanes that are hitting. All right, so our department has recently served in response to local power outages, supported efforts during the recent severe winter storms, and helped groups of individuals that were stranded at a local Greyhound bus station due to those severe winter storms. The support of allied agencies allowed the city to respond to each of these events in a timely and organized manner while limiting the financial impact to the city of Sacramento. And community engagement is essential in emergency management because it allows emergency managers to build trust, establish partnerships, and leverage local knowledge and resources. It helps to increase public awareness and preparedness, leading to a faster and more effective response in the event of an emergency. Our department has been active in community events that has helped us to identify vulnerable populations, establish evacuation routes and shelter locations, as well as prioritize resource allocation, and we're always looking for more ways to get involved in the community. And this next slide just lists a few of the many allied agencies that continue to be a huge support to our department and to the city of Sacramento. Collaboration and cooperation among these agencies are essential when addressing the complex challenges posed by disasters and emergencies, and provide a more comprehensive and effective response to the needs of our community. They provide critical support in areas such as resource allocation, evacuation and sheltering, search and rescue, medical care, and damage assessments. These groups have been paramount in responding to local incidents, and we continue to value their partnerships and encourage the community to look into volunteer opportunities to support their missions. And I know that was quick, that was probably too quick, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. And if I can't answer the questions, I will note them and pass them on to my colleagues. They are really the experts of OEM.